Hey guys, what's going on? It's Andrew from AR Media. In tonight's video, I want to do my first movie review of a movie that just came out in theaters that I'm sure a lot of you saw, and that's It. So this is going to be a quick movie review. I'm not going to do any spoilers, and I'm trying to keep this under 3 minutes, so let's get to it right away. So It came out this weekend, and it was really, really hyped. I mean, we had red balloons taped to sewer drains all across the U.S. I know in Philly it was really big, and the movie posters and the hype and the images of Pennywise that came out, I was super hyped for this movie. I went into it with huge expectations, and let me tell you, I was blown away. It is my favorite horror movie of the year, behind Get Out. I think that it is definitely number one. I was wondering if it was going to beat Get Out when I first went to the theaters, and I must say it did. Now, the first thing I'm going to mention in this review is that Bill Skarsgård was amazing as Pennywise, and he just really, when he was on camera, he really captivated the audience. He scared those children, and the thing is, I watched a lot of interviews with the kids since I saw the movie, and the kids actually didn't see Bill Skarsgård in Pennywise gear until the actual scene where they filmed it. So all of the scares are natural, and let me tell you, they really look natural. And Bill Skarsgård really overtook this role. There's always massive amounts of drool coming out of his mouth. I don't know how he possibly produced that much drool. Some of the kids that got interviewed actually mentioned that too. This is all real. None of this is artificial at all. This is just Bill Skarsgård getting into character. He is wacky. He seems like he's going to burst at any moment like a balloon. And he really lives up to Tim Curry as Pennywise. Now let's get to the other main focus of the movie, The Losers Club. And the thing is with this movie is it's a mixture of horror and like The Goonies. It's a coming of age film as well. You know, there's a lot of horror elements, but Pennywise doesn't actually get that much screen time. So if you're looking to see a killer clown movie where he's constantly out, you're not really going to get that here. It works on your fears. That's how it works. And that's really all I'm going to get into it. I don't want to spoil anything, but if you haven't seen the 1990 version, it is a fantastic book by Stephen King. It got adapted in 1990 to a miniseries on TV, and this movie lives up to everything. So The Losers Club is the story of this group of kids in high school, and there's bullies. And these bullies specifically really are Stephen King bullies. They're just so over the top and really captivate the audience as well, and they're just terrible people. They really are, and you feel for these losers, and there's always one kid in this group I feel like I can relate back to my friends, especially considering that a bunch of my friends, actually most of my friends, including myself, are Jewish. A lot of our mothers are like hypochondriacs, which you'll see in the movie, and the movie really just captivates youth really well. Another thing it hits on really well that I wanted to mention was the nostalgia factor between the t-shirts, between the landscape with the Nightmare on Elm Street playing, Nightmare on Elm Street 4 or 5, I believe. I mean, everything was to the T. The short shorts, the tighty whities, I mean, everything was to the T. It was very nostalgic. It really fit in with the time period, which it takes place in 1988 and 1989, and they just did a fantastic job at renditioning that time period. Now, really, there's not much else I could say. This is a very frightening movie. I personally wasn't that scared of it, but that also is because I'm pretty desensitized to horror. I usually watch horror alone in a pitch black room late at night, so I'm pretty desensitized. So I thought it was pretty scary. It had some really good scare tactics, and other people in the audience were completely freaked out by it. I'm telling you, I mean, 20 people in the theater left because how freaked out they were by it within the first hour. So that's to tell you something. I mean, within the opening scene, I'll tell you, by the end of the opening scene, you will know the tone of this movie and why it's rated R and why it is awesome. This movie blew my expectations out of the water. I am so glad that they made it. I cannot wait for part 2, where the Losers Club is older. They were hilarious in I cannot leave this out. They were hilarious in this movie. The group of kids were an actual group of kids. They spoke like an actual group of young high schoolers do. They didn't speak, no cursing. No, they were making fun of each other's moms, and they were cursing, and they're hilarious. Really, they shine the most in the movie. These kids, especially the kid from Stranger Things, Finn Wolfhard, I believe his name is, He was phenomenal, and all the kids were just really funny. The punchlines were great, and it's a feel-good movie mixed with a horror movie, and I think it's the perfect blend of everything. So anyway, guys, let me know what you thought of it, but more importantly, please let me know what you thought of my movie reviews. I would love to keep doing these. I plan on seeing Mother next weekend. I pretty much see a movie a weekend, so if you guys want to see these, please comment down below, throw me a like, and have a good night, guys.